In this lesson, we're going to look at using just a planar sketch to animate the crank slider, or sort of one piston engine example that we're using to talk about theory for solving kinematic mechanisms in the course lectures and notes. So what I've done here is I've just started a new part model, and because I need to control how we do the dimensioning, I'm going to come under Preferences, Sketch, and I'm going to turn off this automatic creating of constraints and dimensioning, and then we can go ahead now and we'll start with sketching on the XY plane there. So we're going to do it from the coordinate system origin, and we're going to come out with a length of 30, and we'll set the angle actually afterwards. And we need another line. It really needs to be, we have a line we don't want there. Let's try that again. We need a line, and we'll start there, and it needs to be 95. And again, that angle can just be set like that. Now we need to, of course, we're not getting automatic dimensions and constraints and all that here, so we need to put those on. And so the first thing we're going to need is to get this start of this line and tie that on to the origin there. Then we're going to have to take the two lines and tie them together. And then we need some angle constraint here between the horizontal axis. So this is what we're going to use if we drive it by rotation, as in the example. We need some aligned or sort of parallel between the points. And then another one for the other line. Let's do that again. $95, indeed, there we are. And now what we need finally is we need to make the constraint that we have this center, and then the center where the piston is going to slide, we need to have those be one above the other, so we'll set that to 0. Alright, so when we have that set up here now, let's just take and save. So to take and finish up, what we're going to have to do is just take and animate this back and forth here. So to do that, we're going to have to use the command to do that. So there is a command. If you can't locate commands, you can always do there's so many commands that you can use something to help you search the command finder. So we could animate dimension, and it'll point us to which menu we find that in. So here we are. It's under Tools, Sketch, Constraints, Animate Dimension. So the one that we want to use is the P0, and let's take and go from like about minus 85, and we'll go to plus 85, so we kind of get the idea of what's going on. Let's take about 100 steps, and then we can see how that goes. And so what it does is it keeps on changing the value and animating that for you. So this is a quick way to sketch out how a motion's going to work before you make all of these solid models and parts and assemblies. So that's a lot of work, so you can just do it this way to try it out. You press the escape button to stop that. So there's our first in the sequence of lessons on that.